cuties, it's your girl Gabby Gabs. I am back here for another episode in Japan. So I'm going to be talking about my first few weeks in Japan and the impact it's had on me. So let's dive right in. Okay, so boom, I land in Japan, and from the get, like, the customer service here is unmatched. Trinidad and the rest of the Caribbean needs to take notes, okay? So I went in this convenience store and I was looking for juice. Now, of course, all the labels in Japanese. So I'm like, frick, okay, let me just look and find. So I see something with a peach on it. I'm like, okay, boom, peach juice. Pick it up, go to the cashier. But then it asked me to verify my age on the little screen. I'm like, is this alcohol? He's like, eh? Because obviously nobody speaks English. I'm like, osake? That's the word for alcohol. He's like, hi, yes. I'm like, no osake, juice. So I turn back, I'm like, I'm coming back. And I go towards the freezer. Mr. Man comes behind me to come and help me actually like find juice. And for some strange reason, there is like a limited selection of juices. I don't know why, but at that particular convenience store, there was no juice. There was just flavored water. And in Japan, apparently they love flavored water, and they love flavoring it with weird things like tomatoes or yogurt. I'm like, why? But the guy got one that was peach flavored, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll try it. And it actually tastes really good. It tastes like juice. Who figured? Right? And then I believe the next time that I saw that level of customer service, I was at a hotel. I had like a really bad stomach ache. On Google Maps, apparently the closest pharmacy is 98 miles away. And I was like, screw you, Google Maps. So I did a little Google Translate, and instead of giving me directions, the man literally puts a placard up, comes out from the reception area, and walks me to the pharmacy. This wasn't like an across the street thing. Like, we crossed the street, went down an alley, waited for some lights to change, crossed that street, took a left. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was not expecting this at all. But that just goes to show like how amazing Japanese customer service is. Not to mention, when I went to get my internet package, I went to the store. The blind is like halfway down. I'm like, oh, they probably put the blind halfway down because, you know, the sun is coming in. So I open the door, I go inside. Apparently they were closed. But the guy never told me that. He just like took my information, made an appointment for me, even though like we had to Google Translate back and forth. And like I spin around to leave, he dashes in front of me to reach to the door before I do. He pulls up the blind and he onegai shimashita probably, and bowing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this level of customer service is unmatched. Especially because when I left, I saw like a sign that the business hours were something from 10 to 4, and it was already like 4:30, almost 5. So I basically walked into a closed store and he still took care of me. So that's something that like really left a good impression on me, you know? Okay, so boom, you know, I had to talk about food.
We got dessert. The front half of this is already destroyed.
Let's try one first because
We're going to be boarding a lot of crap, so. And also we want the plates.
oh yeah, all of this is for me. I am a little fatty kid. So I tried a couple American restaurants like McDonald's. Probably my favorite now. KFC was really good, honestly. It's on par with California's KFC and much better than New York's KFC. but of course it's no match for Trinidad's KFC at all. But it's really expensive. McDonald's and KFC are both really expensive, and their portion sizes are small. Like a burger is the size of my hand. There ain't no kind of food, even for me. I've had a lot of curry since I've been here. My favorite restaurant is Coco Curry, and one day they were closed, so I ended up going to the convenience store and buying like these little packs of instant curry for like 100 yen, which is 1 US. So win-win for me, because I was paying like 800 yen for one meal, and I could just buy like 8 now with that same thing. The convenience stores, they have like such amazing cheap food. Like there was this pizza loaf that literally cost like 100 yen, 1 US. It's so good. I bought like 3. They have like these mini donuts. It's like 8 in one pack. I also love that they show you how much is in the pack, so you don't even have to guess. Like you already know what you're paying for. And those packs of donuts are 100 yen. It's amazing. My coworkers and I also went to this restaurant and shared some food, and 2 meals that really stuck out to me was this crab that had its meat cooked in itself with cheese on top. It just tastes so good. And then for dessert, we had like this big loaf of bread that was warm, and inside it had vanilla ice cream and maple syrup. It was just so good. It's like an ice cream bowl. Wow.
It is an ice cream bread bowl.
Wow, that is insane. Whoa. It was just so good. Oh my gosh. So on the last day of training with my coworkers, we decided to go to the biggest arcade in the world, apparently, round 1, which is in Japan. And it was like surreal. There is an entire floor dedicated for like classic arcade games. Whoa! This is insane! But what boggles my mind is that you're paying to play these games. The machines don't give you tickets. The machines don't. No, they just take your money, and then you get no tickets, you redeem no prizes. I'm like, so people just do this for fun? That doesn't make sense. I want a teddy. But it has a whole nother level with just those claw games, those annoying claw games that, you know, they claw onto the thing, and then as soon as it reaches, it's like, oops, Butterfingers, I can't get this prize for you. Like, I spent 20 US on those dumb machines, and I got absolutely nothing. But there's also like a tennis court, a bowling alley. It's like a freaking mall. I'm like, what the hell? But it's also a really good place to meet other foreigners as well as cute guys. So I think I might go back soon after this quarantine. I will say though, one of the most annoying things about living here is the fact that some train stations basically have the same name. And you need to figure out which one you're going to, otherwise you get on the wrong train and be on a whole different side of the freaking country. Yes. So I've actually gotten lost a couple times. Well, I was late on my first day of work. That's so Trini of me, isn't it? One of my stations, Tsuruhashi, is in the middle of a freaking market. So as soon as you enter the market, Google Maps is like, whoa, I've lost connection. I don't know where you are and I can't help you anymore. And because of that, I got lost in the freaking market for like 20 minutes. I couldn't even think. I couldn't even translate what I wanted to say. I just wanted to cry. But I am having some fun to an extent learning Japanese. I mean, I don't ever think that I will get on a native level, but I will know enough Japanese to impress any non-Japanese speaker such as yourself, which is good enough for me. I actually went over by my friend the other day and we were watching Too Hot to Handle, and he had on the captions and I was trying to read along, and I was just like so impressed with myself with how much I actually understood, or actually how much I could read, because sometimes you read something and you don't understand it, but you know that you can read it. But the kanji just keeps tripping me up. For y'all that don't know, Japan has 3 different alphabets. Kanji is one of them, and kanji has 50,000 different characters. So yeah, it's a trip. And what tops it all off is that most Japanese people only know 2,000 kanji. So it's like, why don't you just learn English? Like, you would save so much more time just learning English. But I know they have a culture to preserve and it's their language, so I'm just going with the motions. So my Japanese phrase for today is 今は何時ですか? And that means, what time is it right now? And a response might sound like 今は4時20分です, which means it is 4:20. Oh my gosh, I really do enjoy making these videos. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and I will see y'all when I see y'all. Later!